Oh dear. Hello. Hi everyone in Twitch chats. I see that Maddie is here with us playing their new Switch 2, which is amazing. And debating a name change on Twitch. I had to do the very same thing. This is not my original Twitch username. It's a lot simpler than you might think. But welcome everyone. We are starting up another week of Starlight Stories. It's going to be a lovely night full of a new story that I've written specially for today, and then going into some of our lovely classics as well. Of course, the same rules as last week do apply. Please make sure to keep yourselves to a low and respectful noise level during the readings. However, when there are not any stories actively being read, please feel free to have any conversations you might like to have. I am very happy to talk about anything as long as it is, of course, within our rules and guidelines. And of course, if any of you have any questions about anything in any of the stories that I read tonight, please feel free to ask. I am more than happy to talk about my creative process. And hello, Jalinty. Welcome in. Hi. Don't mind me as I angle myself between the windows. You should see the behind the scenes setup. And we will be starting the first story in about 10 minutes, just so everyone is aware.
Sure.
I'm working on this. I can probably work on something.
There we go.
Oh, I need a story time. I had a head mistake. Also, in my red, I'm in stoner mode. Not really that high.
I get you.
Yeah, I never get that feeling when there's something important you have to do, and it's like you have to do 3 other things at the same time.
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, that's what it felt like today.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I had to go to the DMV today for personal reasons, so that wasn't fun.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's not the sound.
How's everybody else been today?
I'm doing well. But it does seem that we have some slight audio issues. Let's see if I can resolve those.
Oh, right. I'll be right back.
Do seem to be encountering some small audio issues. You'll have to give me a moment. Okay, I think we've got them fixed.
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Friendly word of advice. Don't try to mess with your volume mixer when you're in the middle of running something.
Don't do that.
You will break things. But hey, it's okay. We got them fixed. There we go. Hello in the chat, Squiggy. Good to see you tuning in. And I see you here in Instance too, you rascal. There you go. Nice and cozy.
I like sitting here.
It is a nice little perch, isn't it?
Yes. And I can also hear you perfectly here.
Aww, amazing.
Music's still loading.
If the music's not loading for you, you can always try to resync.
Also might be a rare chat moment.
Yes, usually if it's not loading,
I'll try that again.
then you'll just need to either resync or rejoin and sort of strong arm VR chat into actually loading properly.
Yeah. And also, if worst comes to worst, rejoining the world also sometimes fixes that, too.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a borked system, but we love it.
Yes, because the video players, they only work sometimes.
Indeed. And you're right.
I'll be right back.
This is going to be a W.
A W?
Technically a double V.
There you go.
2 victories.
Okay.
Victory Royale. I love Fortnite.
We're not turning this into a gaming stream yet. I'm sorry.
I've been giant rock hands. Wait, are you doing the desktop thing? You are, aren't you? Yeah.
Honestly, that's so cool that just having a webcam, you get like face tracking and also hands.
I know, right? The advances of technology, being able to just go,
Indeed.
You work, oh well.
then
I don't know why rejoining the world fixes things, but
wait.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. I forgot this.
Begin. I think I'm at a disadvantage here.
Or AoE.
just like, this is the best you got.
All
More process.
righty. I think it is just about that time. So let's go ahead and have everyone get themselves good and settled in for the first
Sounds good.
story. Is everyone ready?
Ready?
I am.
Lovely. Our first story for the night is Wishing for a Better World. This world is a painful one, filled with heartbreaks, hatred, and harrowing self-doubts. We struggle day in and day out to eke out a living, find ourselves, achieve our dreams, and pursue new ones when those dreams turned out to be less than we hoped. We are ever battling the verge of tears, fears that threaten to wash over and around us, taking us away from the loves we have and watching us upon solitary island. I have seen the results of those struggles. The broken bodies left behind when the tide falls. The hearts that try and fail to salvage what remains, only to fall apart once again into fragile pieces at last washed over by one final wave. I have observed how the so-called strongest hearts carry on to the centers of their respective islets, building grand castles with impenetrable walls, and settle themselves into a stagnant, unchanging world where they rot away in isolation. I have seen stars go out, plucked from the sky by the darkness that pervades our entire lives, and wondered why. Why must this world be so cruel to these souls that are so worth loving? There are many who wish for a better world. More wealth across the classes to give one another the means to survive. More care for the sick, that they might recover from their physical ills and stride forward through the day better than before. More care in the loves they wish to have, where their intents and actions are met with joyful remarks and compliments. More understanding of our own flaws, so that we might quiet that inner voice that tells us we'll never amount to anything anymore after a small mistake. Less cruelty, where actions taken to harm another life are met with swift and perfect retribution that prevents further harms from ever taking place again. Such wishes are always benevolent, carrying the veneer that they are for the benefit of others, and in many such cases are truly held beliefs. At times, they are simply wishes for a better world for the self. But wishes do not make a better world. There are no wish-granting fish in the river. We are often told that to satisfy our own wants is to submit ourselves to some evil motivation, that we must never do things for our own desires. Selfishness is seen as the pathway to cruelty, to exploiting another for personal benefit, to abandon those around us for power. Yet, selfishness is not cruelty alone. It is the acknowledgement, pursuit, and satisfaction of the self, motivations and wants driven by the desire to make ourselves stronger, to find the things that matter to us, and to treasure them in their entirety. It is the excitement we feel at sharing an interest we have devoted ourselves to. It is the self-congratulatory commendations we give ourselves when accomplishing a task. It is the joy and pride we feel in watching those we want to keep in our lives look at us with the love and adoration we always dreamed of having. To pick the path of others is to serve the interests of another soul instead of ourselves. To quiet our internal coordinations and listen to the words of those that are not us. We call it selflessness, that force which allows us to sacrifice our own well-being to ensure another's happiness. To abandon our fears for a moment and pursue something bigger than ourselves. More important than our own needs. We are, after all, social creatures, we say. We live and flourish when we support others, building tribes and families and living for the benefit of the collective, not the individual. Yet such admonishment of our sociality is oft used to ignore the necessary elements of such support. After all, support must always come from the self. We are bogged down by our biases, both conscious and not so. We have our histories that shape and shade our responses. For some, we are blind to the realities of our choices, claiming we serve the benefits of others while only ever chasing our own wants. And find ourselves at a loss when we reach the end of that path, only to find new wounds open on our hearts that we could never avoid, thanks to our blinded wandering. This world is a cruel world. Generations upon generations have built 1,000 philosophies by which we try to live. We burden ourselves with the responsibilities we owe to each other and break down the values of our own selves until we are nothing more than the grains of sand upon the beach, waiting to be washed away by the tides of time, and always keeping trapped in our binds. We wish for a better world and fight to make our worlds better, but never seem to make progress that lasts. We have never found a solution. Not yet. Perhaps the solution is not one that lies with us. We are too close to the problem, too involved in the process, always trying to find and test and try solutions, but never having the right perspective. I wish to take a simpler approach. I wish to make a better world by exploring every path, accepting my selfish wants and fulfilling them whilst sharing those fulfillments with the people I love. I will show myself that it is not evil to dream of happiness, and to take that very happiness in my own hands. I will teach myself to counter the inner critic with the support of those around me. Help that can only be given when asked for and when truly, genuinely wanted. I will stand tall and guide those close to me in my ways, that they might help me find that better world together. I cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone. But maybe, just maybe, if we are together, that cruelty will fade. If we listen to one another's pains, find solutions, and cry together when none can be found. Maybe that way we won't have to be stuck in the wash of these terrible tides. Only ever wishing for a better world. The end.
Yay!
The most beautiful person.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Gia. Hi,
That is probably
Silver.
the most based. That is probably the most based thing I've heard all day.
Is this what the bit's gonna be? Thank you. And welcome. I don't think you've been to one of these before, but every week I run a story time called Starlight Stories, which is a time where I read all the different stories that I've written and read a new story that I've written for that week. You just came in towards the end of the new story, and something to note, if you ever want to listen to these stories again or listen back to these events, you can always feel free to look in my YouTube channel for the VODs, where they get uploaded the day after. And that way you never have to miss a story. But of course, nothing beats actually being here to experience it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You made these were by yourself?
Mhm. Yes. These stories were written by myself as a way to express the things that I have experienced in life and the different things I have thought about throughout my life. One of the things that I hope to be able to do is to encourage everyone else to be able to write their own stories, tell their own stories, and hopefully, in time, give them a way and a place to do so.
W Skibidi.
I'm going to grab you.
I'm gonna get off. So you guys have a good rest of your night.
Have a good night,
Bye,
Raven.
guys.
Thanks for coming by.
Oh, it's not.
Bye bye.
Mhm.
You'll wave goodbye to me. There you go.
Time zones are funky. But yes, so you are free to make yourself nice and comfortable. We generally have a 10 to 15 minute break in between stories where we can talk about anything we'd like to. This is being streamed live to Twitch, so please make sure to keep your conversations to a respectable tone and not talking about anything that you wouldn't want being talked about online.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, during the actual readings, all I ask is that you are quiet and respectful and listening along so that you aren't interrupting anybody else's experience of the stories during the reading. Other than that, make yourself comfortable. Do anything you'd like to do to help yourself enjoy this space to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually like to get your advice or pick your brain for something I do on the side as well.
Of course, you can always feel free to ask anything that you'd like on that subject. And for the next story, we will be starting that in about 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I think I've been soaking my ankle for long enough. So.
Also, something that I would like to share, because I know people like seeing it. I would
More
people
art,
like to
more
see the
art,
art
more
that I
art, more
finished
art, more
this
art,
week.
more art,
Hi,
more art, more
Super.
art, more art.
Hi. Here, where should I place it up there or over there? The only thing is, if I place it up there, then the camera could probably see it. So
Yes. So if
I'll
you want to
place it
share
up
it with
here.
the folks on Twitch as well,
Plop.
you can feel free to. Wah!
In my country,
That looks so
it is
cool.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
it is never to
Thank
turn the
you.
turn the Twitch. Yeah. Korea, Twitch is server down.
Ah.
The only thing that I find is that the VR chat does not like to show the true vibrancy of this artwork.
Many worlds are so color graded that you can't really see everything properly, but I
Yeah.
love what I am seeing.
Thank you.
It's
I honestly think my drawing
amazing.
program is lying on me on how long it took, because it says that it took me over 19 hours, and I promise it didn't take that long. Thank you.
I love the sticker.
Yes, it's so good.
Maybe it looks like a mesmerizer.
It is. It is mesmerizer.
Nico looks so scary.
Miku's got the
Let's try
shark
my
teeth.
hardest to get her face looking exactly
The
how it was
chompers.
supposed to.
Ah, shark.
Yeah, Mickey turn.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark.
Korean children too.
Yeah.
Wait, is that? Uh-oh. That might get us in trouble. Ah, that's fine.
Original story is from Korea.
Yeah. The only thing that actually shows the true vibrancy of the art is to place down a pedestal for the sticker.
Ah, yes.
Oh, why I've done this?
Yeah, I'm very proud of how that one turned out.
It's so
Nobody
good.
likes Goomy anymore. Goomy's always like Goomy.
Honestly, I think what I think is a decent goal is, instead of trying to basically make art as fast as I can, I think doing like one finished piece a week is a good plan.
Mm.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then it also gives me time to make sure that it looks exactly how I want it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of story do you enjoy tell to others? Really? I do not prefer people. I wish it very some other universe.
All of these stories are stories that come from me. All my thoughts, dreams, memories.
Wow, amazing.
Hmm.
as fairies. It is my kind of habit. I always did I call you a or girl or something. Yeah, I think everybody was the fairies in previous life. And, hello,
Mhm.
fairies. What's going on?
Aw, adorable.
Very from far away from universe. Hello, fairies.
Damn Alex.
Oh,
Usually I dreaming. Usually when I sleep, I dreaming about my previous life,
oh.
and I have died from something,
Mm.
but I don't know exactly.
Past lives are very, very funky.
Oh, I got a commission money from the auditor from accounting. It's my work. It's my job. Shimano.
Gonna move my tub. Be right back.
Maybe uh, I'm asking about the performance that I do. Maybe this is I will do the first performer who is from Asia.
Let me actually move out of the way when I do that.
Oh, you might be surprised on that.
That is very nervous. Yeah, yeah. So that is very nervous. What I mean.
I think there have been one or two that I know of.
Oh, Asia.
Mm-hmm.
So you are now streaming on something.
Yes. I have been streaming on Twitch specifically. For those folks who can't make it in VR
Maybe
and want to tune in. I'm sure in future I would love to expand to other platforms as well, just to ensure that everybody from around the world can tune in. Because I know that Twitch is probably blocked
my
in some
country.
countries.
Yeah, yeah. In my country, the Twitch is blocked.
Mm-hmm. But it is now time for our next story. So, can everyone please go ahead and get themselves nice and cozy? Thank you very, very much. You made the exact noise of that like toy that goes.
Yeah, I did. You're so right.
I don't know if I'll have time to
Pick the noises.
deal with that, so I'll do that after this next story.
You got this. All right. Are we all ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Lovely. I shall go ahead and begin. Our next story of the evening is Where the Wild Winds Blow. Rushing winds cross across the roof of the house, carrying with them the faintest wisps of salt and brine from the nearby sea. Today is a day that, to many, may be like any other. Today is a day that once would be the same for me. A day of minor celebration, like all others. One where I would awake, read a small passage to myself, and hear a small congratulations from a single voice as I went about my day. One where, so often, I would choose to celebrate by pouring my efforts into others, never once giving claim to the reason for my redoubling of works. Today, on this day of writing, is my birthday. A day that's, when I first opened my eyes to the world, was held in the soft illumination of the largest and last full moon of my century. A day that, though I oft looked forward to the date, faded into obscurity in favor of the grander holidays near it. After all, what I oft thought once was that there was nothing to celebrate on this day. A milestone of my story, yes, but one inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. I never had the chance to celebrate it, after all. Not with occasions greater than a cake shared between myself and my mother. Small slices of sweets made all the larger for the sake of needing to be split only between two souls. I had no friends to celebrate it with, nor did I wish to bring the ones I would make to one in place of their already established plans with their own families. I did not want to ask them to celebrate me. I felt no need to celebrate. I normalized that feeling year after year after year until it felt as natural as breathing to dismiss it. Even when I found myself surrounded by coworkers who wished to celebrate my accomplishments by taking me out to an eatery, I felt no need to make a memory of it. It felt as if it was just a normal day. One where we went, drank, and sang like any other. Even when I had friends that would find my antics entertaining online, whiling away the days with game after game, I found no joy in making an occasion of the events. For it was too unimportant. And I felt as if there would never be any incentive for them to make their way to my home to celebrate the day. Not when they had just started their own winter break. I didn't know how much it would mean then to wake on this day, one I often treated like any other, and realize that there had been a change. So sudden and fundamental that it would forever alter how I viewed it. As I turned to greet the day with a quick check of my phone, wherein were contained a sudden onrush of supportive messages from friends across the world, wishing me a happy birthday, or sharing a favorite memory. I felt happy. Happier than I had ever been on that day. Something I had never expected to occur had taken place. As if to grant a wish I had made so long ago. I had somehow earned friends that went out of their way to congratulate me for making it to this milestone. After 25 long years, I had finally been granted a gift I had never thought to hope for, and felt the love I had once thought I could live without. The smile that filled my soul on that day was greater than any I could ever have felt for on such a day. As I would lift myself from bed to read and recover from the dregs of sleeping silence, I saw as the one I loved suddenly rushed from her resting place, filled with an energy that electrified my nerves and filled me with anticipation, though I knew not why. What could she be doing? Why had she so quickly arisen? I could not see what she did. I did not wish to see, for I knew whatever it was meant to be was a surprise. Though I knew to expect something, I did not expect the sudden presence of gifts in the bed, hidden by the sheets I had just moments before been wrapped up within. As I felt and found the forms hidden within, carefully unwrapping them with the eager eyes of my lover on my face, all the while I could not form a thought save for this. How grateful I feel every single day to have people in this world that have chosen to care for me, that have found it in their hearts to care for me, and wish to see me happy and celebrate my life. Staring as I do now, writing this tale at the glistering gems upon my wrist, I feel the love of the one that gave me this gift. One I did not expect to receive and adore with all my heart. I feel the tears flowing down my cheeks, filled not with sadness, but with indescribable joy. As the sounds of my friend recalling their most favorite memories of meeting me ring through my head once more. Stories told during a moment of calm as a gift given in advance of the day itself, with knowledge that they would not be able to give it any other time. A gift greater than I could have ever imagined was given to me this year. One of friendship and of love. A year ago, my birthday was one I did not pay mind to. I did not see within myself a soul worth celebrating. I did not know the impact I could make on people's hearts, nor did I believe I could ever be a reason for people to smile. I cared, and I cared, and I cared, but I never felt worthy of receiving it. It wasn't until this year, this day, that I felt the care I have given to all those around me bear fruit. The friends I have made, whose lives I wish to celebrate fully and completely, have chosen to celebrate mine as well. Thanks to them, the world feels all that much more brighter. Thanks to them, I feel worthy of happiness. Thanks to them, I finally feel like I can be the one I wish to be. And knowing that, seeing that all of you have chosen to give me the gifts of your friendship, to celebrate my life in a way that shows undeniably how much I can mean to each and every one of you, means more than I can ever say. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love all of you. The end.
That was beautiful.
Mm. Glau Glorbo. You know, y'all really did make that birthday one worth remembering.
Smiles.
And now you've set the benchmark and you have to live up to it.
Yeah, when your birthday comes by, turn the cameras off. I'm about to talk about robbing the bank. I will never get over that. Just like, okay, Susie, I have to go do something. You tell Trix what we're gonna do to Cassie. Okay, we're gonna rob the bank. No!
No! I cannot endorse this anymore.
Oh,
Yep, I need to take care of that container. I'll be right back.
yeah.
Take care of your container. Meow. Our next story will be in 10 minutes. Ooh, and this one's going to be a doozy. Have a good night, Maddie. Get some good rest. Bye-bye.
Yes. I also just want to add, my birthday is also very close to a major holiday, so I understand that feeling.
Mm-hmm. When you combine a life where you grow up not really building a social circle because you are constantly moving from place to place, and then also a birthday that falls close enough to a major holiday to basically take second chair to that, yeah, you're not going to get your birthday celebrated a lot of times. That, of course, isn't to say that I didn't get gifts from my friends. I will not stand for anybody claiming that that is what I am saying. No, I did get gifts. Sometimes I would get gifted games, or I would be given, like, things that did have sentimental value and meant a lot to me to receive. But I never had, like, a birthday that I spent with someone I loved that was not my family.
Mm-hmm. years have like been, and I've not been able to celebrate my birthday with any friends because they're all busy celebrating major
Mhm.
holidays.
Yeah.
And so the only people you get to celebrate it with are family.
It is how it is
But yeah,
sometimes.
honestly, I guess you could say I related to that story too.
Aww. It always makes me very happy and also very melancholic whenever someone relates to these stories, because in a lot of cases they can be very hard memories to remember. They were very hard experiences to go through. But also, I think it makes it a little easier knowing that we didn't have to go through them alone.
Yes.
What's my ADHD? I'd probably be able to tell the stories better, but my mind does wander.
Aw, that's okay. What matters is that you are having a nice, relaxing time. Paying attention to the content of the stories is not a requirement of this. You don't have to fill out a questionnaire, say what was your top 5 favorite moments. We're not a we're not a tier list channel here. We're just people sharing stories. Sharing our lives.
I honestly wish I was better at writing, but I guess you could say my creativity is in other aspects.
Your creativity is really powerful in your art forms. And one thing I will say, one of my greatest pieces of writing advice, especially when writing things like these, are your writing style needs to be as close to yourself as possible. And that does not mean that it has to be a good writing style. What is considered a good writing style in many different circles of like academics or things like that is not an accurate measure of how good your story is going to be to read. Right from the heart.
Honestly, things like writing and art are very subjective. So it's like what one person thinks is a really good story, another person may not.
Exactly.
I thought you sacked me for a moment. I was like, I didn't put the sticker. I mean, I did earlier, but
When did you put the sticker?
at the very beginning. Also, it's still there.
Bestie, I'm blind. I can't see in front of me. I have like 3 windows in front of me right now. I can't see when you put a sticker down. How am I supposed to know I need to like throw you across the room?
It's above the door next to spawn.
You know what? That's it. Where are the toggles? There is no player pickup on this. I can't do anything. Never mind. I'm putting that back in hammer space.
You should set it to where your Abby can pick up mine, so you can yeet me. That would be hilarious.
Well
I
then,
remember we said we wanted to set that up at one point.
yeah. I'll have to talk to Chai about how he got his avatar pickup thing working, because you can have that happen where I can just like grab you.
It's just so funny. Also, if we're in like a huge map and it's like, hey, I don't want to run because I'm tiny, so it's gonna take me a while. Yeet me. I want to go flying.
Toss me.
I want somebody to take a picture of you holding me like a javelin by the leg. Hey,
It will happen one
you
day.
know what I want to do? And I'm having a hard time deciding. I'm gonna change my character's name in 14. And I don't know if I want to name him Silver Surfer.
Welcome back.
Or... See, I don't like superheroes, but Silver Surfer is just funny, right?
Mm-hmm. It's you.
Or Silver Lining, because my title is Of the Silver Lining. So I just think it'd be really funny to be named Silver Lining of the Silver Lining.
Silver lining of the silver lining. Silver lining of the silver lining.
Thank you, thank you. I updated.
Silver liningception.
Yes. If I wasn't so busy with Revelation this week, I would love to play it. I might later. I just have a lot. I'm actually currently working.
I don't know why that name kind of reminds me of something else because, like, I was one time doing a Stardew Valley farm with one of my friends, and we were being not very creative with the name, so we named it a farm. But because it puts farm at the end, it's called a farm.
I am so Uma Musume brain rotted that I thought you were gonna say that would be Silver's horse racing name.
Oh no.
I can't escape it.
Blame Susie.
It's truly everywhere.
His full username was Risu the Squirrel, right? Do you know what the word Risu means?
Squirrel.
It's squirrel in Japanese.
Okay.
Squirrel.
Squirrel the squirrel.
This vaguely reminds me of the actual naming of the La Brea tar pits.
Does La Brea mean tar?
Talk about
Yeah,
the
like
devil.
Speak of the horse girl, and she shall appear. Hi, Susie.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Susie.
I just got on. Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
You need to help me come up with horse-themed puns to say when Irish joins.
Oh.
Did you
Hi.
see that a horse named
Here,
Skibbity
no?
Riz won a race?
Hi.
Yeah, we talk about it on the race course. Yeah, that horse is
Terrifying.
Grass Wander and Fine Motion, which are in the game. Yeah.
It's so cursed.
Is it
Also,
the cousin
Susie.
to the one that Fred really likes?
Oh.
Which one? No, not related to the one Fred likes. Not ghosted.
By the way,
Susie.
Fred loves y'all.
Aww.
Aw,
And we love Fred.
what am I looking at? Oh, cute.
Yes.
Very awesome fish. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Fish is a stellar artist.
Very
Alright.
much so.
I'm going to grab my headset cable, and we will begin the next story. So get yourself nice and cozy. Yes.
Actually, now that I'm
the
thinking
Master
about
Chief
it,
says
I'm gonna
yes,
go
the
grab some
same-sex
water.
marriage thing
gonna
directly
move
behind
away
you,
so
so
that-
it's on the stream.
Yes.
Is there okay, good.
I think I will.
I will allow that, and if I get in trouble for that, then well, hey. Besides, I'm looking at the stream right now, and there's just a big black box right here now.
Ominous. Here, I'll fix it.
Oh, yeah.
The rectangle.
There you go.
All right, let me grab my headset cable. I'm gonna like dash through this wall real quick.
Now that y'all mentioned that, I do have another semi-cursed squeak sticker that I may show y'all off stream.
Hi.
Okay. My face is still quick. Okay. Oh.
Huh?
Just want to say.
What's a play
I'm using my
space?
cluster right now.
Oh, what do you usually
Yeah.
use it for?
My index.
Oh, okay.
I'm using my
Nice.
cluster right now, and I'm using.
Why-
Or just checking to make sure that my play space hadn't like offset.
With hand tracking?
No, like for my trackers.
You didn't turn it on yet. The hand tracker.
And
No, for Quest
What?
3 as the headset, like you can with like virtual desktop, you can make it so you can use your hand.
Yes, I have it set off because I don't want hand tracking.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. It's mainly me just testing it out because I want the better, because the Quest 3 has better visuals, I guess you could say, than the Index does. so I'm mainly testing it out for that reason. Don't know if this will be my permanent setup, but might as well test it out.
Yep.
All right.
Hello there.
And let me reset everything.
I miss Hamilton. Not
Are
just,
we
you know,
all
been for a
ready
while.
for the next story?
Yes.
Lovely. Lovely. Our next story for the night, and this one does touch on some more dark topics, so please be aware of that as we go into this. If at any point you are feeling uncomfortable with the story, please feel free to go ahead and mute my audio until you see the emotes flying. Or I'll give you a big thumbs up, and you'll know that way too. This story is The Promise Made to the Self. I have found myself lost in the ocean once more. Torrential downpours of tears that rise and fall with the beating waves of my pulse send shocks of pain shivering down my spine. What a wonder it is, the pain of the heart, the mind that is so often considered separate from the body, may choke and control this physical form so unchallengingly. My shrinking stomach, my fallen face, all of it fueled not so much by a feeling of loss, but a terror for the future. Fear unflinching paints a sky of emptiness, devoid of the stars that once filled my dreams. Fear of losing the last vestiges of the ones that led me back into the light. Terror at the unknown future that I might have to travel, knowing that the spark I once ignited in my dearest friend's eyes has died. Dread thoughts. It's the only way for them to surface again. In many ways, I have resigned myself to this fate. Manifest in the very currents that now tug me deeper into the depths. Though I know time will heal all wounds, the air escapes from my lungs through a puncture of my own design. Tear that has long festered, unchecked in its entirety. For the clawing blade that has left it had only recently been extracted from my chest. A friendship I have lost. Not for lack of trying, but for the simple fact of it becoming too painful to even see. And though I feel my life's essence weeping from this hole in my heart, I cannot bring myself to close it. The salt of the somber sea stings my very core with her sharp knives. It hurts. It always does. Yet it also cleanses. And though I lie adrift now, filling the world with tears and fears greater than any I have felt before, I do not close myself off from them. I never will. Not when the waves crash down and attempt to drown me. Not when the world itself trembles. Not when the very skies thunder with my cries. No. The salt shall embed stinging nettles into my flesh, reminders of the broken figure that I am now. Never yielding their place to the bitter inflections of hatred that wish to spread in their stead. I have seen where the road of the closed-hearted leads. I have seen that bitterness, that anger at the very existence of so-called weakness that drives others to distribute yet more pain, forcing all their wounds onto the outside, for the simple sake of never wishing to feel this pain again. I do not blame these souls. The ocean is a cruel and stinging cradle, one that cares not for the intensity of our burning in our souls. It is not in her nature. She exists solely as a part of the world, ever present and unavoidable. Hers is the suffering of all life that we must endure. She does not feel cruelty, nor take pleasure in the cause of our pain. She simply is. A force and a feeling so deep and ancient and profound as to always remain, even when we are gone from this world. And so, I float. I float onwards, letting the fear rake across my chest. I feel the totality of my terror that I might learn and grow to truly be better. For I made a promise once to the young, terrified girl that I once was. I promised her to never let myself close my heart away from the world. I promised to experience it all. The heartbreak, the pain, the joy, and the wonder. Every facet of our reality that spun ever more around us. I promised to hold the lessons found in the spaces between the stars close. To always keep my eyes open. Even when the shadows blocked all light. Even when the smoke choked my lungs. Even when the tears filled my cups. For though I will often find myself adrift in the melancholy mires of my fears, I know that I will admire the sunrise all the more for it. The end. Thank you. Mixes of melancholy, mixes of happy. A good thing, I think, for all of us to have. Is that an exclusive emote I see? Wow. Aww, adorable.
That's so cute.
Lava Glorbo.
So true.
Lava Glorbo.
I wish I could see from your perspective the, like, eye tilt down that I gave you. Just the...
Hello, rat.
We'll be having our next story in about 10 minutes.
I haven't actually played The Sims.
It's your homie, Lobo Lobo.
Globba Glebo, Gorbo Gobbo. Sims is a great game. I need to play it.
Silver, I kept forgetting that you gave me these emojis too.
Lava Glorbo? Yeah, they're great. I love them. I need to play the game.
Hey, if I goes off, somebody wake me up.
Look who fell asleep first at the sleepover.
Hey now, hey now. If someone falls asleep at the sleepover, you give them a blanket and you let them sleep. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can attest to that. It was pretty comfy.
It was. You had a whole tent made around you.
Yeah.
So
Do
wholesome.
you miss the hay blanket? Got some hay, Bill.
You definitely are.
You were. I drew so much hay bell around you. It was so warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably itchy as hell to sleep in.
Oh god. I definitely have
Mwah. These are amazing.
I also put on the stick.
Sticker! Oh, amazing.
That's so cute.
Oh, wait, we got.
Oh, nice.
That's so cute. Oh.
Oh. Oh, that's cool.
Oh gosh.
You ever just get the urge to bite a rock?
Yeah.
Just me?
Delicious rocks full of minerals.
See, you do it for the minerals. I do it to feel something between my teeth.
Yeah, I probably do it for the minerals too, but it depends on how.
You shut your mouth.
I didn't say anything.
Silver, stop talking right now.
Wait, what did you say that triggered you telling me to not say anything?
I said, you eat rocks for the minerals. I bite rocks to feel something between my teeth.
He's racking his
Buffering.
Abigail,
Yeah.
Stardew Valley.
I told you to shut your mouth.
Hey, that's something I could say.
What?
There's a character in Stardew Valley that likes eating rocks.
I'm gonna.
Best beat. No one else is a
You know what? Why not? Yeah, Van Rua made this sticker of me when I was sitting at my desk charging my controllers and trackers.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Is it still less cursed than the other sticker you have?
Oh, I don't know if I shared this, but that's the print camera. There's a picture I took of Squiggy when his full body was completely broken.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
There.
How?
For the viewers at home.
That picture's so gorgeous.
Let me see. Oh yeah. We're funny upside down.
Oh my god. Whose sticker is that? Who put
Rua
that
made
to
that.
Sigma? That's
No,
crazy.
I just grabbed the.
No, the sticker behind you,
This
so
one.
who put that
Oh.
down?
I have.
Jenna did.
Jenna,
That one.
you.
Yeah.
Did I give it to people?
Okay.
God.
What? Yeah? What's up?
Yeah, brick.
Big days.
Do you throw brick at
It
me?
was the class. It was, yes. It was, no, it was not.
I love it.
It was not a brick.
Hey! Hey,
No, no, no.
listen.
I think about that.
Oh, I love
It's
that.
okay.
That's so good.
I
You
think
can
about
say it.
stickers. Hold on.
Not here.
Hey, look.
But
I got both of you. Don't worry about it.
thank you. And you know I got you.
Throw rocks through your window.
Delivery?
Recreationally.
For free?
Yeah, yeah, free rocks. My brain told me to start singing a song, but it has a word I can't say in it. You said it for here.
I think so much is really teaching this.
When you said for free, I'm having to do what my brain said.
I.
You're telling me this Sir Kendrick of Lamar bested a Drake with not but the power of song?
Yes.
Sorry, it's supposed the meme says Sir Kendrick of Lamar.
Amazing.
Play the saddle. Can you move on? Anyway.
Oh yeah, before I
Lava
forget.
Gloobo? But
Hey.
never Glooby.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
This back in
Another one.
Funny movie.
and then disable grab.
What did you
There we go.
share? What did you share with me, sweetie? Oh my god. Oh dear.
Actually, Rua made another version of that sticker that's even more cursed. You know what I'm talking about, Fish.
Yes, I do.
Silver, don't you think Benny eyes are so
I
big?
still don't understand how she made
And
that
so-
sticker so quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Look,
It was
look on the,
she
look
took
on
that
the
picture
wall.
and then it was like not even 2 minutes later the sticker was there.
Look the sticker
Yeah.
on the wall.
It scared me.
Like how did she
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, she did. I think she did like a multi-layer. She had
Thank you, I
multi-layer
hate it.
setting
Evil.
on the camera.
Cursed and evil.
Where you, right.
Oh my
I
god.
forgot about that, where you can cut out the,
Amazing.
where it'll be
Why
transparent.
is the mouth like that?
And now there's a hat.
Oh.
Don't worry about the mouse.
Sorry about this.
The mouse is out there.
Yep. There's. So you're aware, Ben. There is a.
Amazing.
I.
Wonderful.
So you are
Honestly,
aware
that makes the image funnier.
That's
We're going into Uncanny Valley here.
Yes,
Just so
we
you're
are.
aware, Ben. There is a version of that sticker Rua made. Of that sticker that Rua made involving Kirby. That Kirby.
I'm scared.
If you want, I'll briefly show it, then swap to the other sticker.
I.
Kirby taking a bite.
Nom.
Aw.
Hey,
Oh, wait, Cassie.
bestie. Same.
Yeah. Thank you. Also, peep games.
I will tell you about that after stream.
Okay. Hello.
Speaking of, I think it's time. Hello?
Hello, princess.
This is why I love you.
Beware. I'm ready.
I hope you know, Silver, that is now on a VOD that will exist for all eternity.
Good. I think a soundboard effect of just me going beware would be hilarious.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about my response to that, which was to then do the clap.
Good. But in an instant.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Lovely. Our next story of the evening is The Sandcastle and the Tide. Once upon a time, on a lonely island beach, where the waters crashed in great foamy waves upon sparkling pearly sands, there stood a mighty sandcastle, with spires of swirling silvery glitter and parapets housing the tiniest of plankton. The walls stood tall and unflinching at the roaring riptides. The castle watched the rising of the moon across the horizon, the falling of the sun. The cold shivers of the sea breeze whistled through its crenels, making musical melodies through its halls. The skittering footsteps of many-legged crustaceans clattered across its floors, chitinous knights patrolling their keep with the utmost vigilance. Above its tallest towers, farther than any arrow fired from the battlements could ever hope to reach, a gull gave a throaty cry. A masterful work of art, the castle brought awe to even the grumpiest giants. Careful footfalls ensuring that not a speck fell from its bricks. Seashells adorned the archways, salty hues of pinks and blues shining now silver in the evening glow. And thus was the sandcastle truly resplendent. None could deny its beauty. None would dare to scratch it. Yet, for all the admiration it felt upon its form, for all the care and delicacy with which its architect had carved a moat of deepest design to protect it, the castle knew an inescapable truth. One day, it would crumble. The very cornerstones of the foundation would one day slip, and with them, even the darkest depths of its dungeons would collapse. This was the fate of all sandcastles, after all. They stood in splendid, sculpted form until eventually the tides turned in, where they would once more return to the formless mass of the beach from where they were born. Such had been the fate of the small sentry tower that once stood watch over the barnacle-encrusted tide pools. Such had been the fate of the melodic mermaid, whose siren song was silenced by the crashing waves. Such would be the fate of this castle, too, though it had stood against one tide already. The sand was already shifting, the very earth trembling. The large yet delicate hands that had carved the finest of details into its form had long since gone, leaving the final touches unfinished. A gargoyle clutched the bell tower with a half-formed snarl, as if to scare the very ocean itself away. The distant mists of evening salt began to charge inland, carrying with them the warning of the oncoming war that would tear the walls down. A rumbling, a rushing current that would wipe away all upon the surface of the beach, leaving nothing behind. And still the castle stood, unflinching, watching the disastrous calamity that approached it with stoic silence. The creatures within began to scuttle away, hiding in cracks and crevices of the foundational stone. They knew what was coming. They knew to hide. It arrived in an instant, that terrible tide. Water rushed into the moat, flooding the gates. The delicate throne of pearl and gold dust was scattered about the audience hall. Little more than a murmur. The towers fell, split asunder by the detritus contained in the monstrous movement. Crabs found their footing lost, swept away by the foaming fury of the sea, until at last they found rest far from shore. The whirling, rushing chaos of the moon-driven currents overtook all that the castle was and swept it away. When the dawn rose, there was naught but the smooth surface of silky sand where the monument once stood. The shining jewel of the beach was gone, naught but a memory in the minds of fragile shellfish. A tragedy, to be sure, yet inevitable all the same. And as the sun peeked her golden eyes above the mountains once more, letting her light bathe the land below in early morning warmth, the sounds of laughter and joy filled the air. A new hand stuck itself into the sand, clutching at it with eager eyes. There, where the ghost of that once mighty castle stood, a new keep began to rise, unique and beautiful all the same. For though the tide shall always return to sweep away the sand, it shall leave in its place a new slate from which to build again. The end.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Welcome. Hi.
Very lovely.
Aw,
I
thank
just started
you.
falling asleep on it. So that's a win-win for me.
Not the only one.
Yeah.
Ah.
And hello, Aether. How are you doing today?
Muted. I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear it. My controllers are rebelling against me. We will have our next story in about 10 minutes. And that will be the final story for the evening.
Time to go to bed.
It's important to get the necessary rest for you to be able to continue the rest of your day in the morrow.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mind me as my hand does then some kind of esoteric dance move that I never authorized it to do, but it's just going to do that.
It did that to me when I turned. That's why I turned my hand.
Wait,
him
huh?
up.
Huh? Wait, what? Esoteric dancing? Huh?
Yes, because my controllers are losing tracking. Now go back to sleep.
Okay.
It's like a
There you
form
go.
of interpretive dance.
Yeah.
I just want to say, ugh,
Huh?
drawing hands are hard.
It's so like bomb coded.
You know, one of the craziest things in my voice training journey?
What?
Early on, while I was still, working on my voice and stuff, but, I still sounded pretty close to how I sound now. Somebody had walked up to me during a moonlit and was like, "You sound like a mom." And I did not know how to respond.
They ain't wrong.
First things I ever said to you was I thought you were genuinely a teacher.
Thank you. I'm not one.
You had a tone
Not yet.
cadence about you.
I think the first thing I said to you was hi, but one of the first things that I said to anybody when I first joined, I was like, "Yo, that person that was just on stage, she has the voice of an angel," and they were like, "Oh, that's Cassie. Yeah, she's pretty cool. I saw her in a store recently," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
I got like my first comments on one of the archived stories. That was just like splendid voice or something like that. I was just like, ah.
Well, your
Oh,
voice
yeah.
is very soothing. That's why.
Well, thank you.
I'm having a very hard time working on stuff right now. Not because I don't feel it. I do feel it. But for a much funnier reason.
Yeah?
This program I'm using looks really bad all of a sudden, and I don't know what caused it, but it's annoying me so much that it's slowing me. There's like
No.
this weird green filter over everything, and I don't know what's causing it.
Oh no.
Matrix filter.
Oh,
Yeah, matrix filter.
Like,
I
it's
forgot to
not
do
that
the
harsh, but it's
story changes. Oops.
Whoopsie, it's alright. They will survive.
But how will they know? How will they know what story they were listening to?
We just missed the
Imagine you'll just have to tell it all over again.
Well, Gesundheit.
Oh,
Thank you.
also, if you don't mind me saying, and I hope this doesn't come off as weird at all, but Cassie, I think your voice is amazing for storytelling.
Thank you. That is
Yeah.
the exact reason why I started doing storytelling, because I was told that like 5 separate times, and I was like, ah. And then a certain beloved gender fluid NB decided to be like, hey, you should tell stories. And I was like, okay.
Let's use it. One of the best decisions I've ever taken. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly just want to say, based off that the description, I think I know which person you're talking to.
Yeah.
But what if we had 2 lunches?
That's called second breakfast.
I can hardly eat 1 lunch. I don't think I could handle it.
What about second breakfast? Supper? Have these. Afternoon tea.
Why is cat swing so hard stuck in my head?
You are staring at an anime cat girl, and you're asking this.
This is true. Well, I'm actually staring at a map, annoyed that it's green when it shouldn't be. But...
Can you show me silver? I kind of want to see it now.
The green filter?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. I'm not sure exactly what is causing it to be green. It's very faint.
Oh, you know what's great?
Yeah.
So since I have my own cubicle in my new job, I get to decorate it. And you know what that means?
You're pointing at me in particular, wait.
I get to put my VR chat photos on my wall to show off all my friends.
Aww.
Well, when B was visiting, I told her about an idea I've been having.
Hi.
There's smart photo frames that like are supposed to be like among family of like, hey mom, look at this new vacation I'm going on, or like, you know, update them live and stuff. It'd be really cool to get like a group of friends like dedicatedly having smart photos live update with each other. I think that'd be really
Aw, that would be sweet.
Oh, that's true.
Also, hi Bean. Welcome in. you're just in time for the last story of the evening, which will be in about 3 minutes. And just so you are aware, yes, we are live on Twitch. So if you do not want to be on stream, just make sure that you're not stepping past the threshold of this, like, little alcove here. The Cuddle Cubby.
Yeah.
Silver, you should rename these into beige green. It's a perfect new color.
You're so right.
Toxic beige.
You need to see your significant other badly, don't you?
I miss him. He's really bored at work. Also, somebody that we haven't spoken to in like 5 years just messaged him out of nowhere.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, why? And he's looking, he's like, I hated this guy. Why is he messaging me? I'm like, oh.
Well, hopefully he'll apologize. More than likely to sell you something.
Yeah, yeah, very likely. The message is the kind of message that somebody whose account has been hacked would open with. So.
Oh no.
Like person that usually is like with their normal greeting would be. Yo,
Whose avatars did they steal for commissions?
No, he doesn't play VR chat. But he.
That doesn't matter.
Specifically says, "Hello, how are you doing on this evening?" And it's like, okay, yeah, his account probably got hacked.
May I interest you in some AI art?
No.
I got it on the download.
Oh, to follow up on your thing, Fish, it is crazy how you can have a voice that is like so perfect for storytelling, and then also get a voice that can achieve such things like I am speaking in strange voices. Vocal control is great.
Her name's the creature.
Yeah.
This the whole campaign.
This is like how an undead frog would speak like, probably. I love it.
Yeah.
Or let me make sure. Okay. Or
Grung. Me when I choose to play a little frog dude.
Cookie.
or
I have a voice that I
cozy story time.
Okay, don't do that again.
Very cozy.
We get a little silly during the intermissions. Speaking of, it's time for our last story of the evening.
No, it isn't.
Let me just quickly ban this little creature.
Glorba, Glebo.
I love you.
Glomonumo.
All right. Now, let's begin our last story for the evening. Our last story of the evening is Kintsugi Wings. For those who are not aware, Kintsugi is the art of piecing together something that is broken using gold paste, not to cover the cracks, but to highlight them. Once a shattered set of wings lay before me, crushed by the weight of guilt and the world. I felt nothing but pitiable hatred for the reflected facets of my psyche within. they stood, skeletal and unfamiliar, scattered after images of my mind that once served as my closest companions. Imaginary, yes, but all the more real than I could ever accept. The melting, toxic form of my bitter dread towards loneliness. The beautiful yearning for love and passion expressed through graceful art. My confidence, aggressive yet always caring. Each one was given a new face, a new form over time. These were pieces of myself, separated from the chaotic mix of my soul and reflected not in the mirror, but in my own eyes. To behold them was painful, for I saw nothing in myself but a shadow of a person. A cracked mask of a smile crumbled from my visage, nothing more than a facade meant to keep the world from seeing my monstrous form. Where I had fingers, where I should have had fingers, I instead had claws. Sharp, cruel things dripping with sugar-sweet poison that ignited fire in the blood of my victims. Fires of passion, fires of heartbreak. Where I should have had a heart, I only saw a mess of brambles. Thorny weeds crawling through my circulation to choke the life from my veins and bear sinful fruits. With what should have been my love. Where I should have had skin, instead cold, dead flesh stood petrified, calcifying into pus-yellow scales that I felt compelled to cleanse, no matter how painful it might be. Where I should have shed tears. Dry riverbeds of wrinkles lay empty and withering, for I would not permit myself to mourn my own losses. I did not deserve to. After all, it was I who shattered the wings I had dreamed of for so long. I had broken myself upon the wheel of passion, turning traitor to my very being. Yet though I saw naught but darkness ahead of me, though the winding vertebrae of the monster I had seen in my waking nightmares tore through the land of my consciousness, though the end felt fast approaching, I stood still and wiped away the fog clouding my vision. The scattered feathers of my psyche lay all around me, fragmented yet still present. And as the light of hope once more dawned upon the horizon, distant yet blindingly radiant as all hope is in the darkest nights, I began to gather them again. A hand extended here, a word of affirmation there. Piece by piece, I plucked the stems of my quills from the ground and held them in a caress. at once fearful, yet ever so gentle. Fragile, crystalline facets reflected and refracted the light of my dream, sparkling in the early morning twilight as I began to stare forward. Though I would always see the past reflected in the clouds. It is thus that I stand here now, with wings wide enough to hold the whole world. I have found myself, bits by careful bits. My doubt has waned, remaining ever present in the shadows that trip my steps and stretch to cover my mistakes. Yet, though I may stumble, though my eyes may at times drift back to the boneyard of bitterness that once overtook my heart, I will stand again. Those infinite dreams, desires of love and of passion, those doubts and cravings for company, those momentary bursts of inspiration that drive me to pursue the fleeting dreams of the future. They are, each and every one, with me now as part of me. I will never forget them for as long as I shall live. They have counseled me in my lowest moments, given me guidance through the most winding tunnel, and turned my gaze away from the stagnant seas of self-doubt time and time again. They are part of me, bound by golden threads woven from the bonds I have made. Fragmenting though they may be, they are my wings, ever growing and always reflecting the dreams of what may someday occur. Spiderwebs of lustrous and shining yellow bring forth new facets of myself, each one now bound to me as part of my world. Fragile, delicate, and ever ready to break once more, yet always healing. They are the beauty that gives me life and strength, no matter the weather. The end. And that brings an end to our stories for the evening. Thank you all so much for being here, for being part of this, for showing up, getting cozy, and drifting off. It was absolutely lovely having each and every one of you here tonight. And for those of you watching on Twitch, thank you very much for coming by. Have a very good night. In every star a story. In every story 1,000 more stars. Just waiting to be seen. Good night.
Hey, everybody.
Lavo Glevo.
Bye-bye.